Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A deep upper-level low will bring windy and much cooler weather across a large portion of the western U.S., as well as heavy mountain snow through the next few days. Heavy rain and possibly severe thunderstorms over the north-central plains. A rapidly intensifying cyclone is going to bring wind-swept rain across the northern high plains today into tomorrow, with wet snow across the higher elevations of the northern Rockies. Critical fire danger is forecast for the southern Rockies. Severe thunderstorms and heavy rain threats will shift east into the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes by tomorrow. Closer to home, a persistent trough will allow a few disturbances to move through the area through Wednesday. Gusty winds will develop every afternoon, combining with very low relative humidity, and that's going to create critical fire conditions. So the National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning in effect until 9 p.m. A red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to extreme fire behavior. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Residents in the Tiburon area were able to return to their homes as evacuation orders connected to the Oakmont fire was lifted on Saturday. According to the New Mexico State Forestry, the fire burned over 100 acres. The last word, the Oakmont fire continues to display smoldering in the interior with 30% containment. No structures have been lost. The U.S. Forest Service is sending hotshot crews to the area to help fight the fire, and the cause of that fire is still under investigation. Teacher Appreciation Week begins this week, and Tularosa Municipal Schools want you to share your stories on a teacher or teachers who have made an impact on you or your student's life. Visit the school Facebook page for details. Tularosa Elementary Kindergarten registration for 2024-25 will be happening this Friday, May 10th from 1 till 5, be advised. A special meeting has been called by the Board of County Commissioners for Wednesday at 5:30, and then the regular meeting is taking place Thursday at 9 a.m. The Alamogordo Public Library will now be open to the public to serve all community residents of Otero County 6 days a week, beginning today. Hours of operation are Monday and Tuesday 10 to 6, Wednesday and Thursday 10 to 5, Friday and Saturday noon to 5, and closed on Sunday. The Diabetes Self-Management Program will be taking place in June and July. There's 6 weekly sessions taking place on June 12th, 19th, 26th, July 3rd, 10th, and 17th from 1 until 3:30 at the Otero County Extension Office. You're invited to come learn how to better manage type 2 diabetes, and this workshop is free. Participants will receive free resources during the sessions. If you have any questions, please call 575-437-0231. The Alamo Senior Center is gearing up for a dance for Mother's Day.
It is open to the public. The tickets are only $10. We have music by Lenore. We'll have tea, sandwiches, and light refreshments and dessert.
See the Alamo Senior Center Facebook page for more information. The City of Alamogordo announces that the City Profile newsletter that many of you receive in the mail, along with your water bill, will no longer be there. Due to increasing costs, the City Profile newsletter will no longer be printed and delivered. The City Profile will continue to be published, and the new monthly editions will be available on the City of Alamogordo website and City of Alamogordo Facebook page. You know, all of last week we heard from Animal Village A&M, and they were planning that big garage sale over the weekend. Well, let's check in with Sunny and see how it went.
Hi, everybody. This is Sunny Harris with Animal Village NM up here in beautiful Ruidoso as the McDaniels family of Alamogordo and I break down our whole yard sale apparatus, all of the tents and everything. And we're playing with the dog toys, which we're packing up. We had such a wonderful weekend, a wonderful yard sale fundraiser up here in beautiful Ruidoso. And we want to thank everybody who helped to make this a success for animals in need in Otero and Lincoln counties. You know, we are not the new kids on the block, folks. We've provided more than 10,000 spay-neuter surgeries for Lincoln and Otero counties since 2007 with our PAW program. At Animal Village NM, our no-kill shelter, we rescued thousands of pets and put them into new homes. With our rescue transport, we have rescued hundreds from kill facilities in Otero and Lincoln and Chavez and Lee and Bernalillo County, all over New Mexico, and gotten them to safe, no-kill shelters, 35 of whom we brought all the way to Utah a few months ago in our rescue van. But you know what? Getting that rescue van, that transport van on the road, takes more than good hearts and wonderful intentions. It takes money for gas and driver payment and motel fees and insurance and taxes. All of it has to happen before that van, our beautiful van, gets on the road, pulls dogs from New Mexico kill facilities, and takes them to safety to no-kill facilities. Our spay-neuter program, you know what? It doesn't just happen. It has to be paid for. The vets have to be paid. So even though low-income families in your neighborhood, in your community, who otherwise would be producing more litters to run your street and have your animal control officers have to be paid to round them up and to euthanize many of them in your facilities to save the taxpayers and your neighborhood and your hearts from all of that, takes money. We don't have it. We have to raise it. And to do that, we have to receive donations. We have never collected one single penny for a single spay-neuter surgery since 2007. But they've happened. Why? Because people like you listening right now to wonderful KALH have come to the aid of animals in need. Please go to our website, and when you see these folks, please thank KALH. Let them know that you really appreciate the help that they're providing us. The McDaniels family of Alamogordo, everyone who came to our yard sale this week, thank you so much for helping local animals, animals in your community, animals in need. It's animalvillagenm.org. Animalvillagenm.org.
News from around the state in just a moment. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
2 people are dead and a child has been wounded, plus a baby is missing following an incident on Friday. Authorities held a press conference yesterday to address this situation.
We're very concerned for the safety, location of this child. So whatever we do, let's right now focus on that.
On Friday, an Amber Alert was issued for a 10-month-old child. Officials sent out that alert after the Clovis Police Department found the girl's mom and another woman dead at Ned Houck Park in Clovis. The deceased victims were identified as 23-year-old Samantha Cisneros and 23-year-old Taryn Allen. There was also a 5-year-old at the scene wounded by gunshot, currently in recovery. The police say they believe the baby should have been with her mother.
Alea Marie Torres. Finding Alea and the subject or subjects responsible for this heinous act is our top priority.
The FBI and Clovis Police Department are asking the public to please come forward with any tips and leads, and no information is too small or insignificant. Officials also said the fathers of the children have been working and cooperating with law enforcement. Marcela Montalongo, the woman accused of starving her 5-year-old special needs child to death last year, died at the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Well, bye.
Medical personnel arrived at the jail around 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. In response to an emergency call, they attempted life-saving measures but were unable to revive Montalongo. An investigation into Montalongo's death is being conducted by the New Mexico Office of the Medical Examiner. It's been 2 years since the Calf Canyon Herman's Peak fire ravaged northern New Mexico, burning nearly 350,000 acres and destroying hundreds of homes, affecting uncounted lives. It started as 2 controlled burns set by the U.S. Forest Service. If you recall, President Biden had this to say.
Today I'm announcing the federal government is covering 100% of the cost.
But many are still waiting on that money and still suffering in the meantime. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham addressed the fire victims this past Thursday.
And I'm still so terribly, tragically sorry. Shouldn't have happened. No one should have been impacted like this. and 24 months of hell following the fires is also completely unfair.
Many fire victims told the governor that even though the flames are out, it still feels like their communities are burning. They don't know how much longer they can wait for that help promised to them. The biggest issue appears to be the lack of financial assistance. Congress approved more than $2.5 billion in federal money to help rebuild homes and repair other damage, but many victims say they have not received a dime. They also said that's especially tough after FEMA began distributing money for smoke damage earlier this year. Many victims said the lack of action is only leading to more issues, including destructive burn scar flooding, falling trees, destroyed farmland, clogged acequias, and so on. FEMA officials say they've received 12,000 total claims so far, and they're getting through more of them faster, but many fire victims said that they've suffered more than money can fix.
I don't think that things are working nearly as well as as expected or deserve.
I don't know about that. I'm not trying to sound heartless. Believe me, my heart breaks for these victims. But to say this is not going as we would expect, I'm sorry, it's going exactly how I would expect. Let's be honest. Have you ever known the government to be able to handle anything properly? Anything. It all started with Washington and the Whiskey Rebellion and continues through this very moment. The governor directed state Homeland Security and emergency management officials to check if newly installed emergency sirens are operational after a farmer stated he's never heard them going off during floods. The governor also admitted that this was the first time she's heard of some specific issues. Now, I don't know how that is. State newspapers, television, and radio stations have been screaming about this for months. Last week, I had the pleasure of speaking with Chris Emling, Libertarian candidate for State House District 52. The district stretches from Artesia to La Luz and Tularosa. Emling told me that his focus was on literacy and education.
My big idea is community-driven after-school literacy programs, where leaders in our community, educators, parents, students, we all come together and we face this literacy problem head-on, whether we can help with it or we need help with it ourselves. When we bring our community together, we can solve all the big issues that are facing us.
It's amazing and refreshing to hear a politician lay the responsibility and manner of correction with the people and not the government. You know, it's always made me wonder about both Republicans and Democrats. If the government got us into the problem, how do you expect the government to get us out of it? You can hear the conversation in full by checking out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 3 games for Mexico softball today, including Loving at Eunice. The National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning in effect until 9 p.m. A red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to extreme fire behavior. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 28. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 33. Your high today in the basin, 80. Low tonight of 52. High tomorrow, 83 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies with winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour today. Clear tonight, winds gusting up to 38. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 45. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 58. Low tonight of 39. High tomorrow, 61 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.